Urban environment. Resource depletion can happen in a matter of minutes after a disaster. Whether all the stores get raided the first day or all the community gardens and patios are picked clean the first week, the shortages will come much faster than for more rural preppers. Food and water will be in scarcity, and the means to cook food or make water drinkable will be in short supply. The need for personal security is much higher as well. Heating up that ramen sends a loud signal to the hungry and desperate. First, you have a means of heat and light. Second, you have food. As much faith as you put into humanity or believe in humanity's overall goodness, you still have to factor in that the concentration of a few bad seeds is much greater along with the concentration of people around you. Hunger makes a thief of any man. Most urban dwellers suffer through a 24-hour power outage. When 24 turns to 48 hours, tensions double as well. When 72 hours roll around and there is no hope on the horizon and people begin to realize that it's up to them for their own survival, that will be a turning point for many. Most urban dwellers are beside themselves with panic when the one grocery store near them suddenly sells out of toilet paper, rice, or flour. This, even though the average urban dweller is much more inclined to eat out or order in versus preparing a meal for themselves. These may seem to be hasty generalizations, but we see that these are the realities when disasters strike. Blizzards, hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, civil unrest. We see a host of reasons to become prepared in the stories of desperation that accompany all of these. Unfortunately, there are more stories of despair than there are stories of preparedness. You rarely hear, except within our community, the stories of people who weathered the storms of life just fine because they had preps, stored water, backup electricity, and the like. That doesn't make good sellable news. However, there are thousands more every day beginning to prep where they are at for the situations they are currently facing or they anticipate facing in the future. While prepping is very different, not necessarily easier, when you have 5 acres and most of us can't afford a bug-out cabin in the woods, the urban prepper needs to know how to survive their environment. It's hard and brings a lot of challenges, but it can be done if you know what you're doing and you know how to secure the essentials of water, food, shelter, and security. Water. You can't live much longer than 72 hours without it. Even though a great deluge might flood the streets of your city, that water on the roads will kill you as fast as the violence of the storm that brought it. Every chemical on every street and lawn and raw sewage will have washed into it and make it poisonous to drink and possibly toxic even to wade through. Your first defense against water insecurity is, of course, to have water stored up in your home. For this, having small, portable 5-gallon water containers or water bricks are an excellent solution for the urban prepper. If you are prepping in a suburban environment, food-grade 55-gallon barrels are inexpensive and can be filled and stored in a garage. If you aren't going to be able